says the EU will not begin talks on a post-Brexit trade deal until that issue is resolved. Well, Northern Ireland is, of course, part of the United Kingdom, while the Irish Republic is a separate state. Not a problem while both are part of the European Union, but a major issue for Brexit, as Dublin wants to ensure there's easy movement across the border, even when it's an international frontier.
As an island, Ireland is uniquely vulnerable and exposed to a potential bad outcome from Brexit. And that is why we are looking for more progress than we have in terms of understanding how the border issues, in particular on the island of Ireland, and the North-South cooperation that has created a normality on the island of Ireland, which is a hugely positive thing. Instead of the border actually dividing people like it has in the past, the border actually brings people together now.
Well, Alan Mayburn is a political commentator and blogger in Belfast. Alan, Dublin's in a very strong position now to call the shots, isn't it?
Well, the fact that Dublin has a veto and as one of the countries still able to kind of make this decision and able to block progress, they could hold out for a solution that is best for them, as in the 26 counties of Ireland that form part of the Republic of Ireland. They have been very good up to now in terms of post-referendum actually representing Northern Ireland, making sure that Northern Ireland has had its special kind of features made part of the discussion. That's been very useful given the kind of political stasis we have in Northern Ireland at the moment. We don't have an executive, we don't have a First Minister and a Deputy First Minister who can kind of go to Europe or go to London and make that pitch for us in a very good way. So the Dublin government has been good about doing that. But at the moment now, we're starting to get into the position where actually they need to look after their nation as well as the Northern Ireland, and they need to deal with the fact that the common travel area may continue, but they want to make sure that that has a free movement of people across the border, and that in terms of goods and services that they don't lose an important market for them, which has been able to kind of sell and buy from Northern Ireland.
And Alan, you can see why the Irish Republic would want that relative freedom of movement to continue. But of course, if you're looking at Northern Ireland and the Democratic Unionists who are helping to prop up Theresa May's government, presumably they don't like that idea. I mean, for them, the key link is between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK.
Well, we have ideological differences and difficulties in all of this. There are many facts and figures bandied around about the trade that comes out of Northern Ireland, and so it can be argued that says the majority outside of kind of selling things to ourselves in Northern Ireland, most of what we sell actually gets exported through to the United Kingdom, so that is the most important market. However, if your second biggest market is the Republic of Ireland, then it's quite hard for the Democratic Unionist Party to actually sustain the argument that says you don't want to, for something like food. So we know that getting food in and out of Europe, you're going to have to meet various standards. You're going to have lots of physical checks on food substances. So Northern Ireland basically wouldn't be able to send that stuff down to Dublin across the border without having quite invasive checks. Those checks would have to happen somewhere not that far from the border. It would begin to become like maybe it wouldn't be a security border, but it would be a kind of a border that we haven't had for the last 20 or 30 years since the Good Friday Agreement, and we've been able to kind of get rid of a lot of the infrastructure at the border and make it a much more kind of pleasant thing to cross. So this kind of brings back all kinds of different kind of feelings, ideologies and fears, and different parties are playing for different things. The Democratic Unionists clearly want to emphasise being part of the United Kingdom. Other nationalists parties, they want to emphasise the fact that Ireland itself, as an island, needs to kind of cooperate with itself and be strong.
Alan, well, I think we're going to have to leave it there, Alan, but that was very clear and brought up just how much